All right, guys, it's me, Ghost 3 Bravo, and tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of everything. If you're used to watching on Facebook, I had a problem with my Facebook account, so I don't know what's going on with that. I guess because I changed passwords a couple times in one day on accident. If you're watching on YouTube, it's good to see you. If you're watching on Twitch, great. We're going to be just doing random things today. Nothing special. Kind of need to go down and do a trade from the refinery down to Loreville. So we'll run do that real quick because we did all that mining the other day, so we want to cash in on that. Run to the refinery and load up that Freelancer Max. I should have been monitoring chat, see if there's any problems with the server. Doesn't look like it. And I don't know why I hit pause instead of F12, so that's my fault. Anyways, hopefully everybody had a good night. I had a pretty good day today. Hopefully everybody had a good day. If your day's just ending, that would be awesome. If your day's just beginning, that's awesome too. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, so we're just going to come over here real quick. Make sure all of our orders have processed, and they should have. Yeah, all are complete. So we're going to load down that Freelancer Max. Collect. I wish it would just stay on the Freelancer Max and let me collect all of them in a row. That would be fantastic. So this one's not going to be as full as the last one we did, the last run, but I'll take it. You know, we're going to be less than 2,000 shy. And you know, last time we made it to 1,048,000 credits, I believe. So we'll double check on that. 1,084,000, right? Yeah, 1,084,000 credits. So let's see how many credits we can get from this trade run. I'm hoping quite a few. Hopefully, I'm thinking 300,000 credits. Depends on how many SCU of cargo we have, but we'll find out. So we bought a bag of Tyson chicken fingers, and I gotta say, Tyson needs to step up their game because all that was in there was about 6 chicken fingers. 2.5 pound bag now. 6 chicken fingers, and the rest was just crumbs, like little bits, little breaded bits. It made me want to take it back to the store, to be honest with you. But, you know, you drive all the way to the store and you drive all the way back. You don't really feel like going to the store or driving back to the store just to get a refund that you may or may not get. Honestly, there's some kind of quality control there at Tyson. If anybody from Tyson's watching, let's tighten up that quality control a little bit, because when you're paying that much for a bag of chicken fingers and you get 6 and the rest is just breadcrumbs out of 2.5 pounds, that's redonkulous, guys. You got to step up that game. People out here paying hard-earned money, getting food, and get ripped off because you're not holding up to your end of the bargain as a corporation or a business. But I digress.
You are clear to launch. You are clear to launch.
It's okay, yeah. We're going to run all of our honestly gotten gains from Thursday night down to Loreville. We're going to see how much money that's going to make. If you're wondering why I'm pausing so much when I'm talking, it's because I'm trying to listen to the storm. It's storming really bad here at the house. And, you know, we suffered some roof damage during the last storm. And I have a temporary fix because the insurance, even though they paid, they didn't pay quite as much as what it actually costs to get your roof replaced. That's not what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I mean, they got close, but it's still going to take me a little bit of time to save up the money to do the rest. It's, you know, what kills me though is over the lifetime of the policy, I've actually paid, I don't know, probably about at least 40% more than what they gave me in return to fix the roof, even though I have a extra policy riding on that roof. I don't know. Every year the insurance is going up on the house, and they're saying cost of materials this, cost of materials that. But you know, I don't think so. And if that is the case, then why does my deductible keep increasing with that? You know, I thought your deductible's supposed to stay solid as per the thing, but I guess I need to pay a little closer attention to the policy information at the end of the year, at the beginning of each new year. And believe me, after this, I will. Because that's kind of BS, again. Luckily, I had a really good inspector come out, and he looked at it, and he did. He said, "Man, we're gonna have to put a new roof on this one. Too much hail damage, too much wind damage. Hopefully, this is just rain tonight, along with a lot of wind and thunder and lightning. But the roofer did a good job temporarily fixing it for me until insurance comes through. And like I said, they came through, but not near enough. It's gonna take, I don't know. I'll probably have to go take a loan out or something temporarily in order to meet that gap. It's kind of sad. I mean, you pay all that money, but it is what it is. All right, so we're in Lorville. So we came in at a different angle, so I'm going to zoom in and show you guys. That's the easiest way to find a landing pad right there. Zoom in and look for TISA spaceport. So there it is, TISA. And though used to, I thought it was TESSA. It's not. It's TEASSA, I believe. Let's look at it again. Yeah, TEASA. TEASA. So yeah, only one S. So it's literally TISA. Flying here. If you've never flown a Freelancer Max, this ship's kind of clunky. I noticed that MISC ships tend to be clunky, and I don't really understand why. But it is what it is. Flying 309 kilometers. We'll probably slow down when we get a little bit closer, because I'm probably getting the smallest landing pad.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I could never tell which way you're supposed to turn into these. Maybe this will be a bigger one, because the Max is kind of almost as wide as the bays that I usually get tossed in, so it's like it's really close to land. And of course, yeah, I was right. It's a smaller pad. All right, we're going to center up our nose right here. Get kind of close. Drop our landing gear down. And let's go down into the thing. Oh, look at there. We hit going down just like I thought we would. So let's get right up against it. Now we'll go down. There we go. This one's the Drake is easier to land than the Max is. The Max is just, you'll see as soon as I get out. It's a beast. Obviously, there's bigger ships in the game, but I'm pretty sure they actually get a pretty decent sized landing pad. I hope, or landing bay, hangar bay. Oh yeah, see how that just, it doesn't fit on the pad. All right, to Tisa Spaceport. So once we get to the spaceport, we'll go ahead and store our ship and run over to the Trade and Development Division and trade our stuff in.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Store.
Please visit us again.
So I know that looks like I got a lot of ships, but I actually only own 4, which that's a lot, but not a lot compared to some others. I have a Stalker, an Avenger Stalker. I have a Drake Vulture, a MISC Prospector, and a Freelancer Max. And that's over years of playing. It's not been like all at once or something like that. Hopefully the audio is coming in pretty good over the thing. I know I'm talking a little bit more quiet than usual. So I have no sustenance. Okay. Oh. Then again, you know, I barely had any sustenance tonight. I am a bag of chicken fingers for 5 people. He gets 6 chicken fingers and a bunch of crumbs. Yeah, that sucked.
Stop, Central Station.
Lesson learned. If you're in Alabama, get some Southeastern Meats chicken fingers, because you can see through there to see what you're getting, because they use clear bags, so you know you're not getting ripped off. I mean, look at how cool that is out there. Hopefully you're not getting much lag. I noticed that I get a frame drop off here at Hurston on stream, but not like on my computer. So it's really cool.
Now arriving, Central Station. Please watch
how awesome it looks.
the train.
So I just found out that they're moving the date up for the release of Baldur's Gate. It's coming out August the 3rd on PC. I'm pretty excited about that. Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I've had that game ever since it was announced. I bought it like as soon as it became available. You know, and it was in the basically early access on Steam. And so I got it, tried it out. It's awesome so far. I quit playing it though because I didn't want to spoil the end for when the game eventually would come out. I assumed it was going to come out last year and never did, and now it's finally coming out, so I'm pretty happy about that. It is a little different than the original Baldur's Gate series. It's more turn-based, kind of like the actual initiative and stuff that you find in regular Dungeons and Dragons. I guess that's how it works. So I got this board game called Gloomhaven, right? I'm always wanting my family to play it with me. You know, I talked to my wife and let me get it so we could all play together. We play 2 times, and everybody's like, the rules are just too complicated, Dad. I'm like, but come on, guys. I really want to play this cool game. Yeah, but no, they don't want to. They don't want to. They're sitting in there. They can hear me talking. One's sitting over yonder, and the other one's sitting back in there. They're like, that's lame. Nobody wants to play that. It's boring. But I do. I want to play it. I think it's cool. All right, so we made almost 300,000 credits as predicted. That's about what I said we would make, and we made just about that. 289,000, somewhere around there is what we ended up with for real. So, yeah, I'm liking those odds. Let's get in here. I think we'll, I think I want to do a couple bunker runs. I wonder how the trade system, I wonder how good trades are right now. I could check that gameplay loop out. And what else could we do? Let's see. This is just going to be miscellaneous stuff tonight. So let's look at some of these missions. Salvage, which we do salvage all the time. Wow, we have got some really good bunker runs pop up, huh? Guard facility against hostiles and guard against threat right there, straight off the bat. It's almost like, hey, come help me. I wonder what these combat ones. What about, where's that big mission? I don't know. Hurston, ops get busted near Hurston, weapons testing site above Aberdeen. Turns out there's 3 data skimmers in the area listening in on everything we do. Yeah, that's 9tel, so that's criminal stuff. Criminal. Oh, authorized execution warrant. After an exhaustive investigation, declared Jacob Graybill to be an enemy of the planet and slated for elimination. He authorized. Payment will be given to you. Target's death. What kind of... I mean, I don't know what that is. We could check this mission out and see what's going on with it. There's some risky salvage jobs. Anvil Valkyrie. That's from Tar Pits. Person weapons test site above Magda. I think these are missions that you got to run in and get stuff off of, hopefully. I don't know. These salvage claims are kind of... they're typically kind of lame. Investigation, that's going into a mine and finding somebody. That's pretty terrible missions too. You know what we could do? One of these entrenched bounties that's not in a cave. Yeah, we could do that. We're in Hurston, so we can spend some credits and buy a little ship of a little whatchamacallem, and then go into that place. Little land vehicle. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's go back to general. We'll go to the mercenary tab, go to call to arms, get that. You know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and take those other ones too. Guard against hostiles, accept. All right, now we'll go guard against threat. We'll accept that. And then that'll be pretty much 200,000 credits right off the bat just running these 3 missions. So that'll pay for our little SUV thing we're going to get. Hop on the tram, run over and get us, we'll go to New Deal. All right, because I want to check on something else at New Deal too. Let's see what mission is tracked right now. So the mission we're tracking is Entrenched Bounty. Okay, that's what we want.
Next
So
stop,
we'll go load that into the back of the Freelancer. And that'll be a good mission to run. Because we'll kill all the dudes. We'll get 500 credits per bad guy. We'll increase our Hurston security rep. And we'll increase our bounty hunting rep. Because, yeah. For some reason, I don't have my ERT certificate anymore. And I'm only getting very low-risk targets. So I think we should do some more bounty hunting later on so I can get that rep back up and be able to do those missions again.
watch your step when disembarking the train.
So I guess there was one thing I lost when they did that server thing. That server reset. 3.19.1. And that was my rep and my certificate for bounty hunting. I wish that they would install like a food kiosk in the Tisa spaceport so you didn't have to run, you start running out of sustenance, so you didn't have to run all the way over to the actual main part of Lorville, which we're not going to do because I'm not too worried about that. What we are going to do is run up here, buy our SUV basically, and hopefully it's going to be something like a Cyclone. All right, there's nobody there in the way. So a lot of times people spend a lot of time at this terminal since it seems to be the only one. So Hammerhead is 12 million credits in game. That would be awesome to have. Tumbrel Cyclone, AA, 28,000. So who makes that? Tumbrel? Do they have a cheaper one? No, but they have some kind of tank thing. That's cool. I wonder what it really looks like because there's no way it looks like that. It's 500,000 credits. That's not what we're looking for. And there's a cheaper one of these. No, I don't want no rock. So we'll just go with the Cyclone AA, whatever that means. Let's purchase that, confirm purchase. We'll
I think you just made one hell of a good decision.
got it. All right. So it barely costed us anything. 50,000 credits, 25,000 credits. I don't know. Not enough for it to matter to me, for me to even pay attention to how much it was. All I noticed is that the Hammerhead was 12 million credits. And I think that would be a cool ship to own in game. Oh, yeah, we got to get our ship out of storage, huh? That would be smart. I don't know where the ground terminal is here at Lorville for getting your ground ships. I meant to check that out, do some exploring and find that so I could tell you guys, but I totally dropped the ball on that.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Because you're supposed to be able to just kind of fly out there and find it. But what we'll do is we'll fly out. We'll go to a mining facility first. We'll pull it out there at a mining facilities pad, hangar 9. We'll draw it out at the hangar at the mining facility pad, and then load it up in the back of our freelancer. And then we'll go run our mission. And then we'll be able to run even more missions. Similar. Hopefully we don't run into any issues like we did the other day with the rock, where the rock caused my ship to blow up while I was flying around with it in the back. Because the rock fits in here just fine. So it shouldn't cause a physics problem. But, you know, clang is clang. If you've played Space Engineers, you know that it'll affect about everything you do when it comes to physics. Wait for these doors to open all the way up. Let's head to the atmosphere. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a mining station to land at that's kind of close to where we're going. Oh, great. There's nothing close to where we're going. It's one of those missions. I don't like taking those because those take forever to fly out to. So we might just lose the credits on that one. Because I'm not interested in taking 25 minutes just to fly out to a mission. But you know what? We might as well, because we're doing the whole grab a land vehicle and go. So we might as well take the mission and go out there. It's not that far away from Stanhope. And Stanhope's where we're going right now to get the what do we buy? Tumbrel Cyclone. Contract available, money for nothing. So I guess that's Ghost Hollow's back on. We could fly out to Microtech or Arcor and see if we can find that Origin 600i mission where the bad guys are on the ship. All right, so when this happens to you, right, so, and you can't see where you're trying to get to because it shows that you've arrived even though you really haven't arrived, just go back into your menu, hit set route, and then it'll show up on your scanner. That way you can track it. All right, we're being halted by security. They're looking for contraband or other illegal items. It's been a real hassle here lately for me. And then they'll fly right in front of me the whole time. So you have to remain stationary while they do the scanning, just in case you didn't know. That's why I'm staying stationary. I'm going to assume he said go.
Everything checks out.
Okay. There we go. Feel free to go. Feel free to get out of my way, buddy. Sometimes they'll stay right in front of you, which is so dadgum aggravating. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing right now. I don't want to risk that. Because by the time I play around with the camera and get it around there, I'll be hit the ground and blew up, like when I was in that Arrow the other day. So Saturday night. What better way to spend a Saturday night than playing Star Citizen? Yeah, last night was family night. I wanted to play Gloomhaven. Everybody else wanted to play Oregon Trail, the card game version. And I wanted to play Gloomhaven, the board game, not the video game. Which they have a video game. I haven't played it yet, but they have a board game that's super awesome because it's got 3D figurines, stat cards. It's got a book. It's like a full-blown RPG that's a board game. It'd be like D&D with a board and a legitimate map that was drawn out by a artist and not a map tile that you made yourself. Not that that's not legitimate. If that's your thing, that's awesome. I just never could get into it. Probably because it didn't have little figurines or something. Or I didn't have any little figurines, or my friends. I mean, I tried. All right, let's hit that air brake. All right, there we go. So now we'll come down. We got our headlight on, so hopefully that'll kick in just a second. All right, where's the rental hangar at? There it is. So the rental hangar's right here. Let's schedule a repair while we're here and refuel on gas or jet fuel or whatever it is that we got. Gas, jet fuel, whatever. Because we're here to pick up the Tumble Cyclone so we can go do this entrenched bounty mission. And the entrenched bounty is going to be in a security station instead of the usual ones where they're in the caves. And I usually don't take these, but I decided, you know what? I want to get this ground vehicle. We're going to do this. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So go do this real quick. I also have the 2 other missions sitting static that I went ahead and grabbed them. And that was the, whatchamacallem? Which ones did I grab? Hostels, Tumble Cyclone. So yeah, there we go. File a claim. Let's get it down here. So 30 seconds. So we just gotta wait 30 seconds. So in the meantime, let's go over here and see if we can get some sustenance out of this box. And the answer is yes. So the Red Cruise drinks are pretty awesome. Got purple, got green. We'll take this too, because this is all stuff we can use, guys. We can use and this is just free, sitting, chilling at the mining facility. So if you're new and you just start playing the game, go down to a mining facility, straight up, HDMS or on Microtech, their mining facilities, and get the free stuff that's just chilling there. And sometimes you can find armor. You can most definitely find mining tools. Sometimes you can find the what is that called? The paramedic device. You can find that, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So, okay, we'll drink this up, top off our food and drink. See, both of them's going up, and I think this one gives you a bonus to something. Maybe not. I thought it did, so maybe it's the purple one that does. Let's place this down right here for an unsuspecting person. They'll think they're getting some sustenance, and then it won't be none. I've done that quite a few times. Pick them up thinking, oh, man. And then no. Okay, so we got to actually be able to see ourselves. So let's go right here. There we go. Sometimes when you're up against it like that, the mouse scroll over won't work. And, yeah. So, all right. Now, let's run down here. Let's get our Tumble Cyclone, and we're going to drive it over and throw it in the back of that bad boy. Now, this will be the first time I've had one because I've never bought one of these before. But it was so cheap, might as well. Let's turn these headlights on so I can see what I'm doing. Well, it handles better than the Rock, that's for sure. I think I like this. All right, let's, I think you hold U to turn it off, yeah. So that's good. I like that. We're cooking with gas now. All right, put this back door back open. Don't need anybody running in here. I don't even think I have a weapon, so if somebody does come in here and try to kill me, it's like, oops. Forgot a key detail there. That's what they make middle mouse button for. You know. So middle mouse button. So if you're doing that, if you're new to the channel, and my last bunker run, I middle mouse buttoned an NPC, and it animation locked on me, so my character was unable to move. So the NPC was able to dump rounds right into me while I'm standing there, still can't do anything. Luckily, it unfrozen. I had a P4, and since he was shooting me with a P8 or whatever that little submachine gun thing is in the game, it didn't do too well. So I was able to handle business on that one. You have left the channel, tumble cyclone. So that's a little bit of a laggy thing going on. And that happens, you know. The game is in alpha, so we need to all understand that. All right, so clear route. We need to fly over to this location. The problem with that location is I can't set a route to it. So where is the closest place to this? Closest place is probably going to be HDSF Millerand. So let's set a route to Millerand. Once we get to 10,000 feet, we'll quantum down to Millerand, and then we'll go over to, what's the name of it? The security facility that person's at. Because I'm pretty sure that's not the cave mission, right? I didn't accidentally take the cave mission. Because, man, I've had some bad luck with the dadgum cave missions. No, HTSF Hobart. Oh, that's cool. Hobart, like the welders. I actually have a Hobart MIG welder. A MIG 135 handler, I think it is. It comes in handy. You can't beat having a little welder. You need to. I think every man should have a welder, and he should learn how to at least tack something up, because, you know, you don't need to have to pay somebody to fix something small. Like, I've used mine to repair my riding lawnmower and stuff like that. I need to repair a metal fence post right there, you know. Just take it, drag it out there, take your generator with you if you got one. Okay, so we're not going to Millerand. What we're doing is, let's get quantum travel back off. We're going to fly back up here. We need to stay in space. And we need to do so in an area that we can just coast, right? We can max out our speed and just kind of coast over, and that'll get us there as fast as we possibly can get. Because this is a long and arduous journey. Because you think about it, we're 12 kilometers above the surface, and we got to fly 493 kilometers to get where we're going. So it gets to be a point in which your speed will cap out without you having to hit the thrusters. And that's where we want to be. Once you get to a specific altitude. And we'll know it in a minute because then it'll start rolling really fast. We'll change our pitch so we get up there a little bit faster because we need these numbers to change over. And I think it's going to be around 18 that it happens. No, not 18. 19, 20. So yeah, we still hadn't hit it yet. Once we do, you'll know. Because now we're able to increase our boost. All right, that's what we want right there. Now we can just hit Alt-C. And we're still not high enough because Alt-C isn't keeping us at the maximum speed. So we're actually slowing down without having thrust. There we go. That's where we want to be, right there. That way we can fly in pretty rapidly. So it's still not fast. It's still going to take us a minute. It's not as fast as quantum travel. Quantum's the fastest. But you see we're coming up on that a lot faster than what we were. And once it gets to a certain point, then we'll start nosing down towards it. And that'll get us where we need to go. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game. What's funny is how much we're falling on the altimeter. But that's because the surface is curved. It really is curved in the game. It's not flat. It's pretty amazing. So as we keep that in our sights, we keep accidentally creeping down. We have to use thrusters to pitch it higher up. And boost. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of weird when it does that. But now we just let it do its thing. And we just drift and drift. So yeah, anybody watching? I see we got 3 people watching. Has anybody watched, has anybody played Gloomhaven, the board game? Or am I the I don't know what you call it, the crazy person? My wife thinks I'm crazy. I was looking online today on Amazon, and Frosthaven was on sale for the low price of $238, and I was like, "Holy cow!" The original was like $120, I think. I think that's what I got it for. But it's a very complex board game. I mean, you're guaranteed 80 hours worth of play out of it. and then replay if you want. Let's check to see where our bad guy is. He's 289 credits, 289 kilometers in front of us. Get back up there where our maximum speed is maximum speed. We'll hit a point in which the altimeter will quit showing us the height. And once it does, we're scot-free and just drift. But yeah, I think it's an awesome board game. And the story's really good. Or seems good. For the, the times I get to play it. I mean, technically you could play it single player, but that's kind of lame. That's the whole, what's the point in playing it? So you can sit in there and play it by yourself? No, I bought it because 5 people could play. It's not like Spotted. Spotted, I think 3 people can play, or maybe 4. I don't think it'd be any fun with 4. They love playing Spotted now. My youngest daughter's very competitive in Spotted, along with my oldest daughter. My wife used to be competitive. She'd be like, let's play Spotted, and be like, get it. And I'd be like, whoa, calm down. I don't want to play Spotted, because every time I do, it's like I'm getting attacked. It's like, punch me in my nose so I don't get the card, I think I just got a dirty look. Anyways, yeah, so our target, there he is, straight that way. So now let's bring our little X thing down here. And let it take us in 233 kilometers. Like I said, I wish we had that fast travel like in that boosted speed like a No Man's Sky. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to add that eventually, to where you're not just having to go through certain choke points in the game. Obviously, you'll have to have choke points when you're changing systems from one system to the next, but hold on, let me look at the map, make sure we're doing the right thing. All right, let's zoom into Hurston. Yes, we are. So if you're on this side and it's showing you that, then you'll crash into the planet before you ever get there. We don't have to worry about that because we're actually on the right side. So those brackets show you where you're actually going versus where you think you're going, right? So you might think you're going here, but you're not. You're going towards those brackets. And the uncouple and decouple, the decouple and recouple, you're just going to hit Alt-C, right? That lets you drift through space. So I'm all out of sweet tea tonight. All I got is water, and I think I'm out of it too. But, I've been drinking water all day. It ain't going to hurt me not to have any water. It does keep my mouth wet, though. Because I notice when I talk a bunch. This version of me that you get right here, this is me in like the store. Talking to somebody, just random. I like to talk. I went over to somebody's house yesterday to look at some stuff they had for sale. And I talked the lady's mom to death. I talked her husband to death. I talked her to death. It's crazy. My wife's like, come on, we got to go. We got to leave these people alone. I was like, yeah, but I was talking. Then I realized, oh, yeah, I was talking. Because it was like 7:30. We got there at like 6:30. We stayed there for an hour just to look at something. Oh my goodness, we're on fire, guys. That re-entry. I'm pretty sure this re-entry causes damage now. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure, but I think it does. Because the other day, my Avenger Titan, Stalker, had gotten some front end damage, and I didn't know where it was from. So that's the only place I could think of was re-entry. Maybe the hole sticker on this ship. Oh, look, there's my guy. Yeah, that's him right there. That's me. All right, let's get back into that regular view because we're going to have to slow down, and we're going to have to slow down fast. Because we're coming in really hot. All right, there we go. We leveled out. All right, on our speed. I don't want to go in too fast. We're still a pretty good ways off, so what we're going to do is overshoot our target some. But we're not gonna keep it balls to the wall like we've been flying going in. Because first we're gonna get close. We're gonna let the turret shoot at us for a second so we can actually see where we need to be entering in at. So we'll do a pretty decent flyover when we get in, and then we'll find a place to land, jump out, because the turrets are going to be hostile to us. They're going to be trying to shoot us down, because this is a entrenched bounty, and they've taken up a security outpost and turned it into a haven for bad guys, basically. And our job is to go in there and turn it into a haven for good guys. Obviously, that's not really what happens. What happens is it's going to reset, and more bad guys are going to be in there for the next person who wants to run this mission. But for tonight and right now, it's a haven for bad guys, and we're going to clear it out. Okay, so now we can slow down. If we don't, we're going to be in big trouble. Because we're 12 clicks out. Pretty sure our headlights are on. It's right there. What's funny is 12 clicks out doesn't feel very, very close until you're coming in way over speed. And then it's like, uh-oh. I wish it wasn't dark. So dark causes me problems. One, I got a light shining right in my face. Two, it's So now we're trespassing. So we need to get in close enough now to be able to see. I think at 1,200 clicks, they'll start shooting at us. And then we just got to find a place to land. Set down at and land. All right, so there's 4 turrets. All right, they've targeted us. And we blowed up. So yeah, it's moving too slow. We can't handle it. Can't handle it. So yeah, that stunk. That stunk a little bit. Oh, and I was going to a hostile thing, and I went to prison on an entrenched bounty. Are you serious? Now, why is that? So yeah, I failed all my missions because of this. I did not know if you took a friendly mission for an entrenched bounty that you get killed and then you're a bad guy. That is frustrating. So let's go down here and see what exactly happened. So 8 minutes in prison, or I can spend 20 minutes running around looking for stuff. And of course, nobody left any gems. Let's go see if somebody left some gems by the gem turn in. That's usually where I leave gems. Sometimes I'll put it right here.
Attention! Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being released. Let's give them a round of applause. Good luck back in the world, civilian.
Good luck back in the world, civilian. And there we are. We ain't even did nothing wrong. Doing exactly what the game wants us to do. And we get to go to prison for it. That's... Okay, so somewhere around here was a deposit. Because it popped up that menu. There it is. Or it should be, but it's not. Okay. So that threw me off a little bit, huh? Somebody got it, but didn't get all of it. So there's a piece of aphrite. So I think one piece should be enough for an 8-minute sentence. Now, this is not the longest sentence I've ever had. The longest sentence I've ever had was like 2 days. And it was my fault.
Here's a friendly reminder to leave all materials found during mining expeditions outside the living area.
Oh, they've moved the ore turn in. Okay. So, that's new. Or new to me. So where is the ore turn in at?
Remember,
I thought it was up here. Am I missing it? Obviously, I'm missing it, but where's it at? Is the great question. Probably by the time I find it, it will be time for me to leave. And unlike normal, I will backspace. I usually don't. Alright, so that's not an ore turn in. Ore deposit. So here it is. Bless me. Bless me, Lord. Golly. Sorry about that. Deposit. Store.
Due to your recent actions, we've reduced time on your sentence.
Okay,
Isn't
so
that
that was
right?
not enough. How much did it reduce it to? To 3 minutes. So yeah, it cut off like 5 minutes, I guess. So I guess we'll head down here and see what we get. Actually, let's see if anybody's left any around. Loot this guy. He left none. So we just want to walk around. A lot of times people will dump it right here to kind of help other players out. And I'm afraid that's not the case today. So I will go down and we'll mine. We'll mine a bit. I'm not used to going to prison, so there's that. And if you're just now tuning in, I went to Klesher because I was doing an entrenched bounty mission and was killed. And it gave me a crime stat, even though the bounty was issued by Hurston Security. And they're supposed to be friendly towards me. So that was lame. That's mined up too. Yeah. That was a shocker. I was stunned. Also, don't get too close to one of those hostile stations with your Freelancer Max, because it's just too slow to be able to move out of the way. All right, let's find the next one. We're looking for any kind of gems at this point. Any kind of gems at this point. I don't think I've ever been down Route 3 before. Never had a reason to. Usually I take a mission and do the mission and I'm in and out really quick. If you ever find yourself in Klesher, that is the fastest way to get out, in my opinion, is running missions. It's not mining, because like apparently when I first got here, somebody was leaving, so I would say he probably mined a good amount of stuff. I'll take that up. So yeah, FPS mining can be, you know, way less stressful than regular mining, obviously, because it's easier to control. It's not it's not as fun as rock mining, because rock mining you can move from rock to rock to rock and bust. But if you don't have a rock or a ship to transport the rock, this is a decent way to make credits. You gotta love that damage, huh? Also, check it out. It's not advertised, but if you hit B, you can take this thing into collection mode and start collecting stuff. And it'll knock you back. That's the only downside. And sometimes it doesn't pick up all the rocks, so you'll still end up having to pick them up yourself. So you might be thinking, oh, that's kind of pointless. But not really, because if it does pick it up, then you're good, right? Also, check this out. Let me put this up and get this out of the way.
Congratulations.
So there you go.
Completed your
Get
required
that one.
sentence in our facility.
You just squat down and you can actually drag it into your third-person inventory. Now, that's not going to last for long,
You've used this time to
because
better
they're going to be
yourself
going to that first-person
as a
inventory.
member of civilized society.
But it does assist. So now I can get out without having to use any of this stuff. I'm gonna drop these aphorites on the floor for the next player who's coming in. And then when we get to the ores terminal, I'll just backspace out. Now look at me, done got lost. I made a video on how to navigate this place, and then I get lost. That's funny. Turn that light off. It gets in my way. All right, so here's our ore cells. Contraband surrender. Yeah, right. So we'll double check. We'll check the mineral deposit. All right, so we're free. Somebody will get 60 merits because I got 600 merits worth of stuff right here. So let's backspace. And then the next person that comes along, they'll get 600 free merits from that. And hopefully that'll get them out of prison faster than I had to do it. If it had been longer than 8 minutes, I would have logged for the night because that's quite frustrating. Inmate processing. So there we go. We are out. Now it's going to do that thing where it says attention, attention, attention.
Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being released. Let's give them a round of applause. Good luck back in the world, civilian.
Okay, and now we'll wake up at Everest Harbor because we're in Hurston. So our freelancer max should be at Everest Harbor, if I'm not mistaken. But it might not, because it got blown up, so we might have to do an insurance claim on it. And if that's the case, then what we'll do is we'll call in the Avenger Titan, and then we'll run some bunkers. Because that was a failed experiment. Hey, my tumble cyclone's still down there, so that's cool. I think I'm at Everest Harbor. Be nice if I wasn't. Well, we'll find out. Everest Harbor, yep. There we are. We're at Everest Harbor. So anytime I've ever been pad rammed, it's been here. Let's get a rifle. I think there's rifle cells here at Everest Harbor. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure that there's a rifle here. Yep, P4 right there. Personal weapons. All right, we want a tacit suppressor. Yes. All right, now we want a P4 and buy. Yes. And if they have a 1X sight, that would be amazing. Either a 1X or a 3X. I'll take a 1X or 3X. Doesn't matter. Oh, we'll do the Gamma Duo 2X. There we go. That's good. We're good. Now, let's get our rifle. And, oh, there's my rifle right there. So now we have another rifle. If we ever wake up at Everest Harbor. And why won't the tacit suppressor work? Store it. I think it's because I bought a size 1. And that's going to be my guess, is size 1. And yes, barrel size 1. And we have a size 2 barrel. So let's go back here and see if we can find a size 2 suppressor. Probably not. That's probably something we gotta fly somewhere else to find. Size 1. That's the only one they got, size 1, so it was a waste of cash.
Every day to the Hats. From breathtaking views, incredible dining, to unmatched shopping.
Oh, we don't have any P4 mags?
Calling. Stay at the
Okay.
luxurious accommodation.
So it's a good thing we came here anyways, because we need some P4 mags. So let's hook up about 25 mags. Now let's go with 30. Buy even 30 mags. There we go. Now, let's see. Let's swap our side out. Let's put that in there. Alright, so there we go. Now we have a weapon and a sight here at Evers Harbor without me having to worry about doing that again. So we'll go to hangars and habs. We're going to get our whatever ship works best. I think hangars are this way. There are always a lot of players
To
here.
the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
No, here it is. My Freelancer Max is stored here, so we're good.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Goodbye.
I wonder if it got stored with my Tumbrel Cyclone. And the answer is no. It's 1,674 kilometers away. So it's on Hurston, exactly where we left it at. Hangar 2. Freelancer Max is not the best ship to be trying to fly in and out of atmosphere. Well, yep, now we know for sure. It's not there. But I'm not worried about it. We'll do an insurance call for it and get it back. And if we don't, no big loss, right? It's 50,000 credits.
You are clear to launch.
So I don't like flying in Evers Harbor because of the your hangar bays are up top instead of in front of you or behind you. So again, it's tougher to land when you're having to go up and down. And it takes longer to take off too. All right, F2. We're gonna fly to Hurl 1.
Thank you, and please visit again.
We're gonna swap this out for our Avenger Titan. Stalker. I don't know why I keep saying it's the Titan. We're gonna trade it out for the Stalker and then go. Man, I'll tell you what, this weather is something else tonight. A dog's in here, scared, doing its thing, walking. You could probably hear it click, 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 click. I don't know. My big dog used to not be scared, but now, like, she's back there, laying on the floor. They want to be around you whenever they're scared. It's kind of, I don't know, entertaining. Ain't nothing you can do for them. Pet them. Doesn't calm them down. They're goofy. the corgi will be like, "Roar, roar, roar, roar," barking. Barking at what? You barking at the storm, the wind, the rain? Come here, Cambone. Come here. Come here. Goofy dog. Oh yeah, you're a good pup. Don't be scared. I think that's really what they really want. They just want to be petted when they're like that. It's like, hey, pet me, boss. Pet me, boss. I'm a good dog. Yeah, you're a good dog. You're all right. You're all right. You're good. You're all right. Silly. Yep. They used to not. Well, the corgis always kind of been scared of the lightning and stuff, but the big one hadn't. She's a golden. She's never been scared until here recently. I guess because she's older. She's 14. 14 years old. She's either 13 or 14. I think she's 14. She's an old one. No, she's 13. Yeah. So we've had her for 13 years.
Thank you, and please visit again.
This man in a van ran into our yard,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
like swerved into our yard to hit my dog who was in the yard. She was a good 20 foot onto the property, and he swerved in. And he almost hit my wife. He didn't see her. She was at the mailbox checking the mail. I wish I could have got his tag number. That was years ago. She had to have hip surgery, and this doctor let us pay payments on it. It's really cool. It's always nice when there's people out there like that, you know, because I was fresh out of the Army when that happened. Fresh out of the Army, young guy, we hardly had anything. Be cold in the wintertime, sleeping right up against a radiator heater in the living room. Have my kids. My wife slept in the bedroom where the regular heater worked. A lot's changed since then, though, thank goodness. You know, always keep your head up, eyes forward, keep trucking. Have faith that the Lord will take care of you. He's taking care of me, I'll tell you that. Through some pretty hard times. Also, I had to fill this thing out for my son to play football today. Actually, he's supposed to fill it out. All I'm supposed to do is kind of come and check it over and put my signature on it. But I was noticing they were asking a lot of stuff. Stuff that I didn't like. I was like, I wonder why they're asking all this crap. I guess because the school can ask whatever they want. Because what are we going to say to them? Nothing? Because there's a school. What you going to say to the school? Been seeing all this stuff in the news. Parents getting treated poorly by the school. Acting like parents are criminals. Don't make any sense to me. But, you know, why would it? This world is so crazy sometimes. Especially here in the U.S. It's like sometimes somewhere along the line, we've lost our minds. And that's not even a political thing. I'm not even talking about politically. I'm talking about just general, common everyday. We have lost our minds. And it's like, why? What's happened here? I'll tell you what's happened. Same demons, different day. That's what's happened. Same evil stuff going on. And when good men do nothing, it continues to run amok. And that's just what's going on, whether we want to admit to it or not. All right, so we're going to take 3 Hemazole, right? Well, we got 1 oxypen, so that's no good. And we're going to take some Sterazole, because I always got to have that Sterazole. I don't know why I got an oxypen when I should be having a Sterazole. So we got an empty one. I don't want it in my inventory. I want 2 good Hemazole and an oxypen. So there you go. Good Hemazole. Make sure we got Cure Life there. How much ammo we got on that bad boy? Alright, we got plenty. So I think we're good to go other than sustenance. We need to get some sustenance in our guy. There we go. Could give him a Yoo-Hoo or Flood energy drink. It's not as good as NOS. NOS energy drink, in my opinion, is the best. Flood, I've never heard of it, so it can't be all that good. I guess Hangar 4. Oh yeah, Hangar 4. See what I'm talking about? Hangar 4. It's always Hangar 4. It's never anything else. Like, hey, Hangar 4. And when it is something different, it really throws me off. So I end up going to Hangar 4, even though it said Hangar 3 or Hangar 1 or some mess like that. Let's make sure we got all those weapons off this ship the last time, because, you know, I had that inventory issue. Okay, no. We got everything. Let's see if we kept that Demico. We sure did. Oh, that's awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. Now I just got to find a size 2 silencer for my P4. And the only way to really do that is to run bunkers, I guess. Because I went to Hurl L2, they didn't have one. Hurl L1 doesn't have one, obviously. We checked Everest Harbor just a while ago. They don't have any. So, other than Crusader or Arcor, why are we still damaged and stuff? Alright, there we go. Well, so we'll top off. Let's go ahead and request takeoff.
You are clear to launch.
So there we go. Everything's at 100%. Turn sideways. Get out of here a little bit faster. Woo! See that? We almost hit that little chunk of space debris that somebody left behind for everybody. Oh, that's always a little stressful. Set route to Hurston, guys. Let's go to Hurston. Let's run some bunkers. Let's make some money. It's Saturday, so I should be doing salvage, but, you know, salvage is limited credits, and it's not helping me build up my rep in Hurston. But bunker runs will, especially with my canceled missions, my failed missions, because in all honesty, that shouldn't be a failed mission. You're going in to take over a place that's been taken over by hostiles, so you shouldn't get a crime rep for that. So if anybody from CIG is watching, shouldn't be getting a crime rep for going to a place that you're sent to clear of hostiles, because there are no friendlies there. Not to my knowledge. Just a bunch of hostiles. It's redonkulous. I need to get a smaller, faster ship to haul that Cyclone on. Maybe a Cutlass Black. All right, let's hop in here. Let's get some missions real quick. Hopefully they got some for us. And of course they don't, because we failed them twice. So here's our first one, assist and defending site. It's going to be Millerand. So we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Right now I'm a beggar. Excuse me. Didn't mean to cough like that. So assist and defending site. So these are always pretty straightforward. Nothing complicated about it. Measly 15,000 credits, so kind of a waste of my time. But you know, after what happened a while ago, of course we're going to get a crappy mission right off the bat. So we spent the first 30 minutes of streaming. No, my fault. We spent the first hour and a half going to drop off cargo and then get killed. And then spend 8 minutes in prison. How fantastic. This has been a fantastic day. But we're not going to let it keep us down. We're going to go down here and earn some daggone credits. First and foremost, we're going to go check our Delphi. We're going to see where we're at. Hurston Security. So we lost quite a bit of rep just then. All right, but we didn't lose any progress, which is really good. So I'm about that. So we'll make up for the rep. We'll run 2 of these missions. I need to run to a mining facility too while we're at it, and go ahead and grab a get my whatchamacallin'. Greetings. How you doing today, Speakeasy? Hopefully pretty good. But yeah, you know, it was frustrating dying in the on a friendly mission, right? And then you get a crime stat for it. It doesn't make sense. So now we'll just do some bunker runs, build a rep back up, because we hurt our rep because we failed that mission, and we ended up failing all the other missions that I had stacked. So far, now this is a North American server I'm on, but it's running pretty good. Haven't had any problems. I was telling somebody the other day, I personally haven't experienced a 30K in probably since 3.19.1 came out. So it's been quite a while. So hopefully you get some good quality playtime tonight. But I found that sometimes on Saturdays it's hard to get in. That's been my issue in the past. Alright, let's exit. Let's take these 10 dudes out. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Just run in, gun them down. If you got nothing but fisticuffs, go in, you know, take your time. Middle mouse button, and hope that you don't get animation locked. But yeah, so far the server's running pretty smooth tonight for me. I hadn't had any issues. Missions loading a little slow, but that's it. Okay, I saw some weird behavior going on right here. There we go. Looks like they forgot I'm here. So that's always promising. That does not mean you will have a good experience. I do like it when those target markers work, though. Because they do not always work. And that is a real pain in the rear. But the ones that are worse is when these triangles don't. Above Hurston Security. If you flying in Microtech and you're running these missions in Microtech, they're a little bit easier because Microtech Security wears bright white armor. So it is a little bit easier to run your bunker missions in Microtech. None of these bad guys should have been toting P4s, so I'm not sticking around to try to grab up any ammo. I'm specifically looking for just crates. So we're going to move all, just run in, run out. Things that I can stack and sell. Hate this Devastator. Devastator is the worst shotgun in the game. I think. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. It's not everybody's opinion. I know Hurston Security likes to use it. And they rarely kill the bad guys. Alright, one last place to look. Alright, that's it. So yeah, it's that simple. In and out. We get it done. And then move on. And when you're just building money, you know, this is one of those things you can do just to build money quick. And yes, it gets old with time just running bunkers. But, you know, if you watch the other night, and I know one of you has at least, that it can be frustrating because, like, when I got that animation locked, me going toe to toe with a NPC and almost getting killed, because to me it's embarrassing getting killed by NPCs in those bunkers. But when when rubber banding strikes, that's not embarrassing. You can't help that, because one minute they'll be right in front of you, next minute they're right behind you, and it's like, oh man, what in the heck just happened? Yeah, that's the servers catching up to what you're doing, and by that time you're dead. All right, so let's see if we got some new missions popped up. There we go. Hostiles, yes, we'll take it. I was kind of hoping we'd get both high tier missions already, but no. But I'll take it. I'm assuming after meshing gets here. That's what I'm assuming. But you know, we waited for persistent entity streaming, and so far it seems to be working really good, in my opinion. Now, server meshing on the other hand, I don't know, it could be a while. I'm hoping not, because you know, you got two different types of games out there. You got games that do server meshing, you got games that do persistent entity streaming, but nobody's done it together, and nobody's done it on the scale that they're trying to do in Star Citizen. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that they will eventually sort it. But you know, I've been going on 4 years now. 3, maybe, yeah, I think 4, maybe 3, and it's still the same way. So you take that with a grain of salt. I think in the next update, though, I'm pretty sure that when they bring that whole C into the game, that they're going to have to do something with both the server stability. That's one thing. And secondly, I think they're going to have to do something with the economy. Because as it stands right now, the economy's there's not enough goods flowing. Because if your C2s are having to wait or go from place to place to place just to fill up on cargo. Or if you got a Caterpillar, you know, How long are you having to wait for you to be able to fill up on decent cargo? And so what would be the point of owning a Hull C if you can't get your cargo? But yeah, I wish I knew about the servers. I'm assuming they are. I'm hoping for it. If you watch Space Tomato on YouTube, he just did a thing on it the other day, and I hope I hope we're all on the same page on this one, and that's what CIG is going to put into the game when they bring in that Hull C. Because you know they've already changed the hangars up so much. They got the cargo bays and the hangars now, but they're not functional. My thing is, when are they going to be functional? When are we going to get our own hangars in the game? You know, because I mean, if you have multiple ships, you got multiple styles of hangars. When are we going to get those? Because it would be nice to have like a, you know, semi-permanent hangar that's yours. So when you get in Freight Elevator 2, it takes you to your hangar. Remember when they had land claims? When they're not around anymore. I wonder if they're still going to try to implement that. Because I remember I saw it. It was like $100. Pay us $100, you get a land claim in the game, so you could basically build your own area, I guess. Yeah, see? Yeah, me too. Because you think about it. Like when you go to Loreville now and you're landing, let's say you got I have a Freelancer Max. When I go to Loreville, I'm always getting thrown in the smallest hangar where no matter how I enter it, I'm hitting the front or the sides. I have to kind of cattywampus the ship as it goes down into the hangar just to park it. And it shouldn't be that close. I mean, when you're having to switch to third-person view to fly in the hangars, you shouldn't have to do that. Not in my opinion. But yeah, they're going to have to do something. I mean, how many people are on this server right now? 86 out of 104 slots. So yeah, that's why this server's running so good. There's only 86 people on the server that I'm actually on right now. The other day I got lucky and I was on one that had like 16 players on it. And it stayed like that for about 30 minutes. And that was at night. That wasn't during the middle of the day or anything. That was at nighttime. You know, when you expect the servers to be packed. Of course, I forget to put my landing gear down. So I've learned a lot of times if you knock off the front cannon on this ship in particular, it takes forever to be able to get that back. Or you got to go somewhere and buy it and put it back on the ship. Because when you insurance claim, it's gone. It's missing. Especially if you leave the Gatlin on it and don't swap it out. So since I'm not very good at space combat, I put all laser repeaters on mine. And I do change out from the gimbals and size up the lasers or the cannons that are on there. But yeah, I'm not the best at ship-to-ship combat. So I have to have lasers because I'll run out of ammo in a heartbeat. I was looking today at maybe getting a new combat ship. So if nobody's ever run this mission before, against guard facility against hostiles, there's three waves. 2 waves of 6 and 1 wave of 8. Now, most of the guys on this mission are toting P4s, so you most definitely want to be watching your 6. Don't depend on Hurston security, and don't count on them having the triangles above their heads, kind of like right now. No triangles, so we most definitely have to watch what we're doing. It'd be nice if that didn't happen, but I have too many shorts on YouTube of me shooting Hurston on accident. And I say the same thing every time because it's just like a utter disappointment in myself. Because if you've taken multiple missions, which I'm bad about doing, you lose multiple reputation hits for failing a mission. I like to start here and work my way down. So if the first door opens and somebody comes out of this one, then I'm good. Just like right now. So I know that all the doors have opened. And that should awaken the rest of the NPCs. So by the time I get around to the next spot, they should be coming out. But that's a no-go. There we go. So strafe and pray, pray and spray. Strafe. They want to stay in the hangar, they can stay in the hangar. That'll make my life easier, but not as fun. So far, I've only seen one box. Yeah, no, it counts now. And whatever you do, if you take a box mission to take a box out so you don't lose where you are in the game, make sure you actually run a couple box missions first, because, man, they won't give you one for a long time. It takes a while. So, like, if I find, I'll take a box mission, I'll go out in a vulture and I'll look for scrap. And if I find something like a C2 out there, because sometimes you'll just find them, I'll stick a box out there so I can get back to it. But I always make sure my rep's high enough that I can take that rep hit without going in the negative. Because I was actually shocked. Every time I get to level 5 bunker running, every time I go back to it, I'm at level 4 again. I never build it up enough because I can only play about 2 hours every night. Well, not every night. I get to play 2 hours on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alright, so first wave's done. 2 bad guys are down. I just saw Hurston doing something weird. Ah, crud. It's my fault. Make sure you reload. Make sure they die, too. Jeez. Made quite a few of those mistakes in the past. All right, 2 more left. Now, where could they be? Gonna assume they're down here because Hurston's running around like a bunch of doofuses. There we go. Easy peasy. And I just broke my golden rule. I changed a mag with only 1 mag in it. Apparently I've done it twice. Drop, drop. Don't want that getting in the way. I only like full mags. Yeah, no. Yep, don't let your hard work hold you back. That's for doggone sure. But yeah, so I get to play a couple hours a night, so that's good enough for me. You know, got kids and stuff, so you gotta hang out with them first. Like last Friday night's always family night, so I never play on Friday night because we'll do stuff. Like last night, I wanted to play this board game called Gloomhaven, right? So I talked my wife into letting me get this board game. She's like, yeah, that sounds good. But we play it once, or twice. No, we played it twice. And nobody wants to play it because it's boring. It's like an RPG, except for it's a board game. So it's like playing I don't know, Baldur's Gate, except for it's a board game. Oh, crud, I thought I killed him. I did not. Okay, so he's dead. Also, now that the AI responds to noise, that makes things a little more interesting. All right, where's the last 4 hiding at? That's Hurston. Oh, that's Hurston too. Okay, I'm missing somebody somewhere, so they must be up high. There's one. Right up against Hurston, and he's not doing anything, of course. Alright, there's one more. I barely saw him. The reticle gave him away. But trying to hit center mass on him was a little difficult with that fog. And I did it again. See, I did it again. Same problem. Can't stand doing that. Let's see if we filled up. Yes, we did. All right. All right. Let's see. I didn't see any good boxes. All I saw was the gray ones, and I'm not very interested in those. I don't mind the medic boxes because I can actually make, you know, another. For every med gun, that's 2,000 extra credits. So if I get 4 med guns in a bunker, that's almost 10,000 credits, if not 10,000 credits. Because they're like 24 or 2,700 credits each. Is what they sell for. So what ship you fly, Speakeasy? Or what's your preferred ship to fly? Because I prefer to fly the Titan. I guess because it's my first one ever, so it's the one I'm most used to. Well, I guess that question would be task dependent too. Come on, ship, fire up. There we go. I don't know why it does that sometimes. All right, moving on to the next mission. Merc work, guard facility, 60,000 credits. Pretty easy. Again, it's at Milleran, so we're on the other side of the map. Holy cow, it's already 9:52. Stinks. The boss is going to be coming in here in a couple minutes to say, "Oh, it's time to go to bed, honey." Busted. She's so funny. Oh, me. All right, let's see here. Get to 10,000. Go ahead and get our quantum drive spooling. And let it calibrate. You know, it's funny. All my kids are teenagers. And it's 9 o'clock at night. Or 9:53 at night. And they're already in bed. When I was a teenager, I wasn't in bed, I promise you. All right, hold on just a second. I don't know why AutoMod does that. Somebody said crap the other night, and oops, and it said AutoMod kicked in. So hold on just a second. Dadgummit. That's so annoying when it does that. And it's not like half the stuff that's being said is even bad. Go on Stream Manager. Let's see. Oh wow, they got you big time because I can't even like see it I can't see it in my control mode. Yeah. See, that's so stupid. Now then, that's off. So yeah. We live in a crazy world. So maybe that's what it was. I guess that could be offensive. I don't know how. We're playing a space game. Like somebody yesterday got flagged on YouTube too. It's like, what? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. A defender. Now I'm going to have to look it up. I'm curious. I wish the sound didn't go out when I switch browsers. Oh, that's awesome. A Banu ship. So yeah, an alien ship. That is awesome. Those come up for sale every once in a while. I think they did a sale recently during what was it? Xenothreat. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you were on when Xenothreat launched this last time, but for 24 hours, the game was a total crawl for the majority of players. It was like a server crash test, I think. Because like every frame that I would move in the real world, if my guy was real world running, it would move 15 feet or 3 meters with each frame. It was insane. I had to log out and just quit for the night. I was like, I can't do this. So yeah, my Tumbrel Cyclone's down there from where it got blowed up earlier. For a while, I was using the Anvil Arrow to get me to and fro because it's pretty quick, but not having that storage space in the back gets to be a pain in the rear, especially when you have a size 3 container, which I lost mine recently when I got blown up just right here at Millerand. I think that's where I'm at right now. A couple days ago, I lost that and decided I didn't want to try to get it back because you have to blow your own ship up. No, I'm not. But I did see that 2.20 is in Evocati, which would be, oh, man, that would be so cool. I was thinking about starting to play in the PTU instead of the PU, so I could, help submit bug reports and stuff. Because I found quite a few bugs recently, and I document it. Since I stream, I document it, and then I send it over to them. to the issue council. Some of them have already been pointed out by other players, like the ammo falling out when you try to get ammo, the cave in Hurston on Aberdeen cave causing you a problem on that last ledge where you just can't climb it to get to the last part of the mission. But no, I'm not on I wish I was sometimes, because then you get to play on really good servers constant, like the best servers. Oh, let's check these out. The other day I found 3 boxes on this in this section alone. One of them was a weapons crate. The other one was one of the gray crates, and then the medical crate. But no, I think it would be cool to be an Evocati, because then you get the glimpse of what's going on inside Star Citizen, other than what we see or what other people show us or tell us, because I don't think they're allowed to show us. All right, that rubber band was weird. So we do have a little bit of rubber banding going on. Not bad. Not bad at all. But enough to make it a little dangerous. That was close. And last time I tried that, I got animation locked. And how Hurston security can be right there and not shoot the enemy. So it's left up to you, basically. We're not very injured, but we're injured enough to make me want to do this. Oh, it won't do it. Oh, because we're not injured? Okay, I see. I'm a dodo. I'm thirsty. I don't have time to deal with that. So let's go. There we go. All right. Start here, work my way down. I thought I put a 2x scope on this. I guess this is what they're calling a 2x. Who knows? Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I dropped a 1x on it. Alright, let's check our weapon 0, because that didn't look right. Okay, let's see. Alright, it's good. We're good. Sometimes you got to check that, because your scope may be off slightly. Or your sight. Looks like Hurston might smoke all these guys, actually. Holy cow. Guess they're responding now. There we go. So, yeah. Wasted my time. Yeah, I don't know. I want to buy a new ship in-game, but I don't know which one I want to get yet. I've been really looking. Preferably something that's soloable, but at the same time, I want something for group play too. But I'm not very good at group play, especially since everybody wants to do Discord, and it's hard for me to do Discord and try to talk on the mic to let other people know what's going on, because not everybody's playing. Some people are just watching. All right, so come on now. Let's open this door up. But I guess if I was going to do a group play, I think a reclaimer would be awesome to have right now for salvage. You can do the risky salvage missions that you get 30 minutes before the good guys show up to smoke you. I assume it's the good guys that are showing up to smoke you. I knew it. Don't try to come squirt on me, man. I like them dudes that came down the bunker the other day, thought they were going to ambush me. Players coming into the bunker to ambush somebody. It's like, why? Was it stream sniping? You know, it makes you wonder. Because you hear stories about that. A group of 4. But the good thing is that the turrets up top give it away. It gives it away. So all I got to do is do what I did last time, and that's stand right here until you get down right there below that level, right? And that's it. Once the bottom of this thing hits, I got you. Especially if you're doing like this right here. Everybody squatted down like that, ready to come off as fast as they could. Yeah, it was the craziest thing in the world. I would have never expected it. When I saw when I heard the turret, I heard the turrets up top go off. And then when I come to the elevator, because I had cleared the mission, I'm coming to the elevator, I see that it's not up. It's coming down. I'm like, okay, I'll back up. It's like, I got you. I guess that little bit of lag in between, I think there's like a 3 or 4 second lag. I guess that saved me. Because had I not heard the turrets go off is one thing. Had I not heard that, they would have smoked me no problem. If they had something else, like a grenade launcher, to fire right on top of me, but they weren't. I would assume that they weren't expecting me to be right there waiting. But don't set them turrets off when you're flying overhead. Everything will be all right. And then I'm running a bunker, right? And I come out, and somebody's out there blowing my ship up. It was like, what? Okay, cool. Lame, but whatever. The most awesome one was when somebody, I had accidentally shot a Hurston guard, and I called for somebody to come pick me up, right? So they could take me to the space station. I could turn myself in and go to Klesher or whatever. And when I did, another guy showed up for my bounty. And so the one guy thought that I was being shady and trying to get him gang up on him. And I was like, man, why'd you kill me, man? I was going to pay you. And he was like, I didn't. It was somebody else. And another guy come over and was like, yeah, you had a $35,000 bounty. I was like, oh, that's easy. I understand that one. Though that's a low bounty to take, but hey, it's a bounty. It's 35,000 easy credits. It's probably close by. Easy peasy to take. Now, it's all earlier in the day, or earlier that night, somebody had been talking about how he was griefing players, but I made it clear that's not what that was he did to me. He was legit hunting he had my bounty, and I had ran like 4 clicks away from the security facility to get picked up. And he actually did me a favor because it got me to Klesher faster. I kept all my armor, and my ship was there for me to just easily get. So he really did me a solid. Because I would have never known that. If they kill you, if somebody kills you on a bounty hunt, you wake up when you get back to Everest Harbor or wherever your orbit, wherever they drop you off at when you leave Klesher. I got up with my armor on. That was awesome. Because Morozov is kind of pricey. And that particular set I had was different than what I have now. I lost my favorite set at Ghost Hollow. I was going to sit up high and kind of try to observe what was going on. I couldn't really see what was good. So I was like, let's just head in there and take a closer look. And then I fell off the mountain. Fell straight down. Quick death. I lasted, a whole 2 minutes at Ghost Hollow and killed myself. So I was really frustrated that day. That's the day I ended up going to Klesher so many times. Like 3 times. And on that 3rd time, I was like, nope, I'm done. Whenever my FPS game's that off, it's time for me to log out. Oh, you know what? I actually have grenades on me. I think I'm going to use them. No, not on this one, because this is going to be the 10 dudes in the bunker, because it's just a 15,000 mission. Alright, this will be my last bunker that I run, because I ain't trying to get in trouble. Last bunker, then I got to land at a mining station and put my tumbler, or reclaim my tumbler. And I want to make sure it stays in my inventory. So I need to unstore it and restore it after I claim it. I guess it doesn't matter though. Because I mean, it's like 52,000 credits or something. I remember back in the day, when the server was so jittery, you couldn't accomplish much. Right? Because you go do a mining, and by the time you get done mining and you're heading back to go to the refinery, 30K, you're done. Or we're going to do a server update, and then all your mining orders are gone. The other night when they took the server down for 2 hours for maintenance, they took all the servers down. I don't know what they really did because there's no documentation. But I know that I didn't lose my refinery orders. I didn't lose any of the in-game ships that I bought. And they even put out a thing, hey, we're going to do this. They put a big thing up on the screen in the chat for everybody, in the in-game chat for everybody to know. Hey, this is happening. Visit robertspaceindustrial.com for instructions on how to keep your stuff from getting gone. Your in-game bought items. Oh, crud. Man, sometimes I make the stupidest mistakes and I don't have to pay for them. But sometimes I can be on point and die anyways.
What the hell? What the hell was that?
Alright, so Clear this section. Make sure we have nobody leaning up against the wall back here. That's good. Alright, so we got a medical box right here. I'm going to loot it. Loot all. Thank you. Alright, so there's another one downstairs too. Contact, contact, they're yelling. So, where are they at? Don't do no good when you're looking at the floor, boss. Two medical boxes, one brown box. Alright, that was easy. Easy, easy, easy. Getting all these medical boxes is always good. I'll take that brown one too. Also, this is a weird bug. Texture clipping right here. It happens every time for some reason. I'm sure that'll get fixed during a bunker rework. Not sure when that's coming, but you know it's got to be, because they got to add more different. They have a more variety of bunkers, you would think, because this gets you get used to the layouts, and occasionally get someplace like HDSF Rufus where it's kind of unusual. So I guess another smart thing you could do is wait for somebody to come up the rail and just lob grenades down on them. But that's not my type of gameplay. Although there's nothing wrong with piracy. Piracy's cool if you're a pirate. Good lord, at the damage to my ship. Man, I gotta pay more attention to make sure that landing gear's down, because that is busted. It is busted. All right, off to, let's see, where are we going? Got to find one of these mining stations so I can call that dadgum. I think HMS Opera is the closest. So get out of atmosphere, head to HMS Opera, pull our tumbrel, insurance on it, get it out, and then restore it. And that way we get to keep it just in case something crazy happens. Also, there's a thing, if you're still watching, there's a bug with armor and weapons that you get off of NPCs. So if you just throw it in your ship's inventory or in your local inventory before you log out, supposedly it'll still stay in game. I tested that with a Demico that I found on the ground, which they was in a bunker. Somebody had ran a bunker mission there, and I guess a bunch of players are getting killed in the bunker. And so I picked it up. It's the first time I've ever had one. I've never found one in a bunker. And I kept it, and I went and stored it, and it stayed. So I was pretty happy about that. Because one time I was a naked, basically. You know, that's what they call those dudes in Rust. I was a naked. I went and did a bunker, and I got heavy armor off of one of the NPCs. And when I logged back in the next day, guess what? That was gone. I was a naked again. Which, by the way, I bought Rust. I still haven't played it yet. I really need to. Because my wife's going to end up asking, why ain't you playing that game? Didn't you buy it? Well, it was on sale. I think it was like $19 on Steam. Now, what do we have here? Somebody out of their ship. Starfighter Ion. That's what I was looking at possibly thinking about getting, but I saw it only had one big Gatling gun on the front, so it made me reconsider. Alright, let's get down here. So he's parked at the mining facility. And luckily he's not in his ship or he'd be thinking I was targeting him. I need to see how to untarget. That's why I need to check that keybind. One time I was at one of these and got lit up with missiles from outside of the what do they call that? All right, let's see what's going on here. I bet he's inside there doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to get something out of inventory. He's probably having to wait because I had to get my. I had to wait on the Cyclone earlier, 4 minutes, I think it was.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
All right, let's claim it. File a claim. We'll pay expedited fee. It's 1,000 credits.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Huh? I wonder where he's at.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
All right, so we got 2 minutes left on that.
Please visit us again.
Let's see if he left his back dock down. If it even has one. I bet it doesn't. That's a cool ship, though. It's got a storage area. He left it on, so he plans on getting out. Oh, who knows? You never know with that. Oh, look. An armor box. Yeah, MacFlex Core Sienna. And an Argus helmet. So we'll move that to local inventory there. That's cool. Now let's,
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
golly, I would have thought for sure by now that would have been done.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I mean, the only reason to be this far out is if it parked over on this side, is if you're withdrawing something out of here. Could have hopped in with somebody else
Welcome
and gotten some
to
cool
the
stuff
ASOP
going on.
Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Again. Bye.
All right, there's my Cyclone, which it handles way better than the Gray Cat Rock, that's for sure.
Please visit us again.
So those are cool. So yeah, want to make sure pull that out of inventory, put it back in inventory before you log out, so you can keep that, because if you don't, you run the risk of losing it. That's a cool looking ship, but I don't know if I would want to get it because it's the one Gatling gun right here on the front. Does it have any missiles? Not that I'm seeing. Surely it's got to have some, though. It's pretty wicked looking, though, on the outside. I don't know. I like it. I don't know if it's for me, though. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to get, really, as far as the next. I want a heavy fighter. A heavy fighter. I was looking at the Hornet. It's got a good possibility. Yeah. I'm blocking the impound area. I know. What happened? What just happened? So that was weird, huh? Yeah, that was really weird. It's like something grabbed my ship by the wing and blew the wing off of it. So now we have no choice because it's acting funny when I try to we'll get out of atmosphere and fly to the space station, because it'll be easier to land there when you're missing a whole wing than anywhere else. Yeah, see, it's doing this weird thing where it's wanting to roll over the wrong way. Alright, let's, since I fly out of Hurl L1, that's where we're going to head to. Hurl L1 Green Glade set. It shouldn't take long to get there. And that'll be that. So I'd say, you know, we made a couple. Actually, we made 500,000 total credits tonight, so that's really good. That was in 2 hours, so that's not 2 hours 27 minutes, but the last 27 minutes just me trying to fly around and get to this my stuff back, basically. We got our Hurston Security Affinity back up to where it needs to be. We're almost at the end of level 4 security, so hopefully tomorrow. Well, no, tomorrow's Sunday, so tomorrow I'll be doing salvaging in the Drake Vulture. I appreciate everybody who watched. It was nice meeting you tonight, Speakeasy. And everybody, y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8. And be safe. And we'll see you tomorrow.